Today we're talking about breaking down planning and desk day. I get a lot of questions about it, so let's review it. You may already know it, but it's always worth a review. So planning and desk day is what typically happens on Wednesdays. That's for those of us who are staying at home and not working a job. If you're working a job, planning and desk day is going to happen for you on Sunday afternoons. I find that to be the best date. You can pick any date you want, day of the week that you want, but those are the ones I recommend. Okay, so for at home, Wednesdays, for working outside the home or working 8 hours in the home at a job that pays you on Sunday afternoons. Okay, here's planning and desk day. Planning and desk day starts in the morning by checking the refrigerator. So that means you open up the fridge and you look to see what's in there, what needs to be thrown out. That one little pickle floating in there that's been floating for a month probably needs to go. The empty jelly jars. Also, things need to be wiped down if the kids have gotten in there and spilled jelly, or your husband or you. Wipe the jelly or the stickiness from whatever is in there. The milk tends to leave some white stuff. Yogurt sometimes will leave white stuff. So give that a little wipe with a warm cloth. And then organize things by type. So all your dairy together, all your leftovers together, all your lunch items, meats and things like that, cheese together, fruits together, vegetables together, juices together. You get it, like that. Okay, so organize it. Condiments, maybe you keep your condiments in the doors, I don't know, but wherever you keep them, that's where they'll always go. So you'll know you'll have them and you won't overbuy. That tends to be a problem with us sidetrack people. We end up with 3 bottles of ketchup on the shelf because we keep thinking we're out, and then your husband finds it. Okay, so that's the first part of the day, of the planning and desk day operation. The next thing is to check the freezer. Look in your freezer, organize it, get the meats together. If you have frozen breads, get those together. If you have frozen convenience foods, put them together. Put all of the sweet things together, the vegetables together, the meats together. Just get them in a place so you can know where they are and you can find them and you can kind of take an inventory of what's going on in there. All right, so get an idea of what's in there. Now let's go to your pantry and take a look in there. Another reason we need to organize the pantry, so we know what's in there. So get all the pastas and noodles together, all the baking goods together, all the canned goods together, all of the snacks together, maybe the sweet snacks and the salty snacks separate, all your extras in a different place, all your canned goods in a place, all your bottled things that you haven't put in the fridge yet, you haven't opened those, in a special place. Maybe your cake mixes in a different place. It's up to you, but think about what's in there and where you want to put it, and just kind of generally organize it. Now, one day when you're working in Zone 2, the kitchen, which when I'm recording this is Zone 2, the kitchen, you could pick a day to work in your pantry to really get it organized. Not the whole day, 15 minutes. Maybe you might need to do it 2 or 3 times to get it that week, to get it all organized, and that's okay. Just do one shelf at a time, top shelf first, ending with the floor. And in the meantime, today on planning and desk day, you're just gonna look to see if there's anything in there that you can use for your meals, okay? So now you're gonna do the next step, and that is to make a menu. So you're gonna sit down and make a menu with the items that you have. Let me take a sip, hold on, sorry. I apologize. Sit down and make a menu based on the things that you have in the fridge, the freezer, and the pantry, and any fresh things that you might have sitting out. Potatoes, onions, sweet potatoes, fruits. So you're going to figure out your menu. Basically, a menu for supper is going to have a starch, a vegetable, and a protein. It could be all in one thing. It could be all in a casserole, for example. Then you're going to have something for lunch, something for breakfast, and snacks. You're going to plan that all out because everyone's home all the time. Everyone wants to eat, but you need to eat healthy foods that you can control. And that's when the kids go in there and they say, there's nothing to eat. That's because you have to prepare it. And that might be helpful for you to slice up some fruits and vegetables and keep them in the refrigerator for them to grab. Have some pickles, have some individual apple sauces, things like that that they can just grab. I know kids, they want all kind of little snacky things. They want chips in a bag and roll-ups, and maybe you want to give them that once a day. It's up to you, but just make good choices so your kids can make good choices, and so that you can make good choices. A lot of people lose weight when they organize their home because they're no longer making poor choices because everything's organized and they can see what they have and they feel better about it and they feel better about themselves. All right, the next thing we're going to do is check our budget. What have you budgeted to use to buy groceries? So when you make your grocery list from that menu, because you're going to make the menu based on what you have, you're going to make the grocery list based on what you're missing to complete your menu. So maybe you need milk and eggs, and maybe you need lunch meat, or you need cheese, or you need bread. I may have already said that, but whatever, mayonnaise, maybe you need Swiss cheese, you need a steak, or you need fish, or whatever it is. Make your menu, make your budget, your grocery list based on your menu and your budget. So if you go over when you make your grocery list, and you can see if you're going over, if you put it in one of those programs like Walmart shopping program or a grocery shopping like Instacart, you don't have to buy it from them, but you can put it in there and use that tool that they have. It'll tell you how much approximately you're going to spend. And that way you can say, wow, I'm really over on mine, or I'm really right on target, or I'm really under. So look at your budget and look to see if you need to adjust something in your grocery list, and maybe adjust your menu. So maybe it's not the week for steak, or yes, this is the week for steak. Okay, next thing we're going to do is look at our budget again and see how we've been doing on the budget. And then forecasting for the rest of the month and the year. You're going to make sure that you've adjusted it, because nothing's in stone. Things move a little bit. So you might have to adjust it, which adjusts, say, the end result that you're going to have at the end of this year. Maybe you're going to have more money than you thought, maybe less. Do you have enough money for your vacation? Here's things that are in a budget. I have a savings account for vacation. I have a savings account for Christmas and birthdays. That's all together. That's 2 savings accounts. I have a savings account for savings, for household savings. I have a savings account for taxes. And in the taxes one, I also include when we have to get new license plates and things like that. That's in there. And then we have our spending accounts, and I have a personal spending account, and we have a household spending account. Larry has a personal spending account. That's how we handle it. So that household account is for me to pay the bills. Now, Mr. B has a household account as well to pay the bills, because we pay different bills from each other, and that's fine. That's the way we decided to split it up. So you might not want to do it like that, but that's how we do it. But I think those extra savings accounts are worthwhile. Contact your bank and see if you have a direct deposit into your checking account. Can you open a savings account for little or no money? And is there a minimum requirement? The one that I have, you have to have $25 to open it. There's no minimum requirement. It's based on the fact that I have a direct deposit into my checking account. And I have lots in savings accounts, because for me, it's easier to track how much money I'm saving for vacation, how much money I have for taxes, how much money is in the personal savings account for me, how much is in the household savings account for the household, Christmas and birthdays. It's all there. And so that's what I do. And then I know how much needs to be in the checking account, because I know what my bills are every month. And I know what my bills that are going to come up every 6 months are, and every quarter, and every quarter, 6 months, and annually. And those things are parked in those savings account, like taxes and license plates and things like that. Okay, so that's your budget. And then you're going to pay your bills. Actually sit down and pay your bills. Every week, look and see, is there something I need to pay? Don't let things ride. I've seen, as a banker, I've seen so many people who didn't pay their bills on time, and they had plenty of money. They were just so distracted. So pay your bills, save money. You're going to be feeling so much more empowered if you save money. Saving money is like decluttering your house. It makes you feel in control. And that's a great place to be, okay? All right, so that's it for planning and desk day. Oh, the last thing is you have to plan your week. Get your planner out. Check to see what's on the monthly calendar. Do I have anything on there? Do I need to look at the month before and carry something over and then project it out during the weeks so that when you are planning your week, you'll know, oh, I can't do it then. I have a meeting then, or I have an appointment then, or my daughter has a piano lesson then, or whatever it is, okay? So plan out your week and also plan out your food. Make sure you write down those little menus that you have so you know what to take out of the freezer the night before. You know what time to go into the kitchen and start supper based on what you have, okay? All right, I hope this was helpful. Have a wonderful day, and always remember to be beautiful because you are beautiful.